Hello. So structural family therapy. I've decided to go with the practical application this week and come up with two real life examples of when structural family therapy would be appropriate. The first one that comes to mind was when my husband and I brought our families together for, I guess, what would be the blended family would be the term. And his daughter at the time was 16. Mine was I think 4, and then we had a child together. And so the 16-year-old out of everybody had the biggest adjustment period. And with that, there was a period of time where my husband was not very active in her life, and so there was a lot of resentments there. And then her kind of coming in and seeing this the family dynamics and being something different than what she was used to. There was a lot of hurt feelings. There was a lot of like I said, resentments there. And so I think in that scenario is a good one to where that structural family therapy would be appropriate, and just not only having being able to see each other's viewpoints, but also taking that time and giving assignments. Like the one that it talked about in the text was giving everybody kind of their space to talk. And we have implemented something like that now. It's been several years now, and I feel like we have pretty good dynamic across the board. But it did take some time for everybody to be heard, and there wasn't a lot of good communication. There was just a lot of frustrations, and which would then stress people out and cause arguments. And so I think looking at that structure there and being able to see other people's viewpoints was important there. I think another one that I was looking into was about when families get stressed out. The children are sometimes kind of taken out of their role or put into a role that they don't necessarily need to be in, or isn't super healthy for them. And I've experienced that within my family, where the adults in the family there was a lot of anger and a lot of bitterness, to where the role of the children, myself and my brothers, shifted into a way, particularly my brother had to, kind of take on more of that parental role. And I think in that one, it's important to really kind of follow that kind of that hierarchy and see where everybody's at there, and to step back and allow each other to kind of be that middleman and allow each other to vocalize how they're feeling. I think a lot of times when the adults in the family are dealing with stressors themselves, they don't take into consideration what that impact is on the children, and they don't think about if the child acts out, they then will say, well, it's because they're attention seeking, or they're just trying to get on my nerves, or whatever else, or they're acting out in poor behaviors. They don't like to they might be in a little bit of denial about what the cause of that is. And a lot of times it's just a reflection on that the parents either being detached or bringing that negativity kind of in there, to where it's not creating a safe environment. And so with that one, I think it would be good to kind of be that middleman, and allow the child a chance to talk and be heard in a safe place. And then that gives the therapist the ability to I can't remember the exact term, but basically like take sides, and be able to stand on with the child, and kind of help be that voice and help them express how they were feeling in that, and give the adults in that scenario a more insight on what's actually going on and why the behavior issues might be happening. So those are a couple of examples that I can think of where structural family therapy would be appropriate. Yeah, okay, thank you.